Hello, thank you for clicking on this video to look at this Eddy Merckx. It's the EMX-1 carbon monocoque road bike. That's a carbon monocoque, composite carbon monocoque frame, full carbon forks. That's the fork legs and fork steerer. It's got Shimano 105 group set. It's got Mavic Ksyrium S equip wheels, which are the rare white rim and white hub Mavic Ksyrium S equip wheels, which are very nice. And overall the bike, yes, it's a used bike, so there will be some marks here and there, but there's plenty of life left in it. Our mechanics had a good look at the frame and forks, other than a few little cosmetic marks, which I'll try to show you as we walk around the bike. There's no damage, there's no major damage, there's no cracks, there's no failures or anything like that in it. And it's a very, very lightweight, smart, fast, stiff road bike. Very nice looking, the paintwork. You've got the white painted sections with the Eddy Merckx decals in silver and black. And then the black looking parts of the frame are actually sort of a nude carbon effect. So as we get closer with the video, you can have a look at the finish, but it actually looks rather nice. Looks nicer in the flesh than it ever does in pictures or videos. The size, Eddy Merckx bikes, they measure their bikes quite differently to most others. If you've been looking at bikes, you'll know that different makes do measure differently. So you can't compare, for instance, a 55 in one make with a 55 in another. There's all sorts of weird and wonderful ways of measuring bikes nowadays, unlike back in the 80s and 90s when it was just a straightforward seat post or seat tube measurement. But this one, Eddy Merckx call this the 51, but actually if you look on the Eddy Merckx geometry sizing chart, which we will put in our website on this bike's page, it actually says 57 equivalent to 51 equivalent to 57. It is actually classed as a 51, but it is easily as big as a large frame in a giant or a specialized, to give you an example. So on our website, which is recyclewhite.com, if you go over to there and search on our bikes for sale, you will find this bike. And in amongst the pictures, etc., we'll post an image of the Eddy Merckx geometry sheets, which gives you all the important measurements, angles, etc., etc. But in essence, if you're about 5'9" with longish legs, 5'10", up to about 6'2", this bike should be just about spot on for you. Let's have a look closely. So we look at start at the forks and frame, and then we'll look at the components. So you've got full carbon forks. I don't know if you can see the pictures. Now, as I say, in videos and pictures, it almost looks like they're scratches. They're not. It's actually the finish of the carbon, and it does look very nice in the flesh. So if we spin around here, nice indeed. Couple of very small marks there, which is where a zip tie's been when they had the a computer sensor. Let's swing around the other side of the forks. A little bit of cable rub just on the paint at the top there. It has not gone through, purely cosmetic. That's very nice indeed. Okay, to the actual frame. So as you can see, it's got a tapered head, tapered fork. It's a monocoque construction. A couple of marks on the top tube, a little one there, little one there. But to be honest, we're being really quite picky trying to find those. There's that finish of the carbon. You can see it probably better in this angle. Very nice. So if we drop down the seat tube, no cracking or damage or anything around the bottom bracket area. There's the label, the Eddy Merckx label, saying 51. And come back up the down tube there, and then down the stays. Very nice. Previous owners put a rubber covering. You can always remove that if you want to, but it certainly protects the frame from chain damage when the wheel's taken out. Talking of wheels, there we are. Mavic Ksyrium S Equip, or Ksyrium Equip S, whichever way around it is. I will stop that in a second because it will keep going. The bearings are very, very good. Right, stop it there. Look at the braking surface. Very nice. Minimal wear to that. You've got your Shimano cassette. You can see from the condition of it, it's not old, grimy, horrible. It's been looked after very nicely. As is the chain. We've checked the chain for wear, for tension. It's loads and loads of life left in that. Shimano 105 components, a little bit of wear there, which is pretty normal from people's shoes as they're cycling. Certainly much better wearing these earlier ones than the more modern ones, which are not at all. Shimano 105 rear mech as well. The 105 componentry extends to the brakes. You've got, well, there's the tyres. You can see for yourself, obviously tyres can be changed quite easily. I was just looking for the size. I suspect they're probably 25s, but they're reasonably wide, but there is a bit of space in the frame. Not a lot, but a little bit of space in the frame. You might get away with 28s, but 25s really are what it's designed for. Front wheel, again, it's the same. Just spin that, and again, that will just keep spinning for forever and ever. So I will stop it there. And again, wear on the front braking surface is fairly minimal. Shimano 105 shifters. They do suffer from this sort of finish underneath the lacquer with age. A bit spidery looking, I suppose. A piece of fine wire wool and some oil and a bit of time and effort, you can get those looking really nice. Main thing is there's no scuffs, damage, etc. And they work very well. Same on this side, with cosmetic on the actual arms, on the levers. Again, they will clean up with the right products and a bit of patience. Let's spin around the frame on this side. Didn't show you this. So you can see there's no damage. A small little mark. Is that a small one? No, it's not. It's a bit of mechanics greasy fingers. There we are. All around here as well. Very nice. And just down the stays on this side for completeness. So there we have it. If you're after an Eddy Merckx and you want to ride like he did and win everything, if you want an Eddy Merckx carbon composite monocoque bike, frame and forks with some very nice wheels. It's got the Shimano 105 group set on there. The saddle that's on there, nice saddle, but a few little marks just on the edges. But again, most people will fit their own saddle. It's a specialised saddle that's been fit on there. Very ergonomically comfortable. Fits in with the bike cosmetically. So, as I say, if you're interested, go to our website, recyclewight.com. We can ship anywhere in the UK. We ship our bikes fully tracked, and you can buy directly from the website. There's more photos. If you go onto the website, then click on the road bike section, and then you'll find the bike. Photos, description of the componentry, and the geometry will be on there as well. If you like looking at these videos of these bikes as they come in, we do tend to try to seek out unusual bikes, rare bikes. We do a fair smattering of modern stuff as well, but we do like retro bikes, vintage bikes, etc. So if you like seeing these videos, please consider subscribing to our YouTube account. It doesn't actually cost, or YouTube channel, doesn't cost you anything at all, but it would really help us out. Or give the video a like as well. That'll be appreciated. Thank you for watching.